They told us the world would end in 2012, December 21st, the Mayan calendar's final date. But when nothing happened, we laughed, we moved on. Memes replaced panic. What if the truth was far more disturbing? What if the world really did end? Not in fire or chaos, but in silence, in a shift. And everything since then has been slightly wrong. This isn't fiction. This is a theory that ties together CERN, parallel timelines, lost memories, and a global illusion we're all trapped inside. When you hear the term Mayan, what comes to mind? For many, it's ancient ruins, hidden gems, mysterious relics of a lost civilization. But for some, it's something darker, a cryptic warning. You see, the Mayans were brilliant astronomers. They tracked time with eerie precision. For them, every cycle had an end and a new beginning. But one cycle stood out. It ended on December 21st, 2012. To them, this wasn't just the end of a calendar. It was the end of an age, transition into something new. So on that day, they predicted chaos would reign. The world as we know it would cease to exist. Fast forward to December 2012. Nothing happened. No earthquakes, no floods, no fiery skies. The world kept spinning. We breathed a collective sigh of relief and moved on. But what if that's exactly what they wanted us to do? What if the true end was in the silence, in the shift nobody noticed? How can a date be significant but have no impact? Well, by its absence, let's rewind to the early 2010s. Our world was digital, yet distant. We lived in a bubble of our own making. We had smartphones, social media, virtual entertainment, but real connection seemed elusive. Suddenly, a date hung heavy in the air. December 2012 became synonymous with disaster. But what if it was also the beginning, the birth of a new reality, unseen and unspoken, but deeply felt? Now look around you. Is the world the same? Have you felt a change in the air? It's an underlying hum, a sense that something shifted? What if that's precisely when it happened, in the hushed quiet before the storm? December 2012 might have been the last time our reality aligned. Since then, it's been a subtle slide into something else. Let's pull back the curtain and dive deeper into the heart of it all, CERN. Nestled in the Swiss countryside lies the headquarters of CERN, the European Organization for Nuclear Research. Within its sprawling campus sits the Large Hadron Collider, the LHC.
Wow.
A marvel of engineering and the world's largest and most powerful particle accelerator. Imagine a gigantic ring buried deep underground, 27 kilometers in circumference. Inside this ring, protons whiz at near light speed, smashing into each other and giving rise to spectacular collisions. These collisions recreate conditions similar to those just after the Big Bang. Scientists seek to understand the fundamental building blocks of our universe. They probe the mysteries of dark matter, antimatter, and the elusive Higgs boson, often dubbed the God particle. The LHC smashes records, reaching unimaginable energies and delving deeper into the cosmos than ever before. But as humanity unlocks these secrets, a chill runs down the spine, a tiny tremor of fear. What if the veil between our reality and other dimensions is fragile? What if these experiments inadvertently open portals to parallel universes? Could these new worlds bleed into our own? What if the laws of physics change, unleashing chaos or worse? It sounds like science fiction, but is it? In 2012, the LHC ran at unprecedented energy levels, nearly 4 tera-electron volts, unprecedented in human history. This was uncharted territory, a leap into the unknown. Suddenly, speculation ran wild. What if the LHC creates microscopic black holes that tear through space-time? What if it triggers a cascade of events leading to the heat death of our universe? Some scientists brushed aside these concerns as sensationalism. Others saw a need for caution. In the hush of laboratories, a question echoed. What if the LHC accidentally fractures reality? And then it happened. As the world held its breath on December 21st, 2012, the LHC achieved its highest energy level, colliding particles at unprecedented speeds. In the aftermath, a ripple stirred, a minor glitch in the cosmic fabric. Nothing too drastic, but a shift nonetheless. The energy released, however minuscule, left an imprint on reality. Some whispered that it was the beginning of the end. We're not sure how much you know about the structure of reality, so let us tell you this. It's not quite as simple as we perceive. There are many layers. And as it turns out, the deepest one is the most intriguing. Picture a grand tapestry, so vast and intricate that it defies human comprehension. This is the Akashic Record, said to hold the history of every soul, every decision, and every moment in time. This record is not a physical entity, but rather a realm of pure consciousness. Here, past, present, and future coexist, intertwined in an eternal loop. As of 2012, reality started to unravel. Threads within the Akashic Record began to distort. Memories slipped, timelines faltered, and the fabric of existence grew thin. It's as if someone pulled at a single thread, causing ripples across the entire tapestry. The very essence of reality started to fray. The end of the Mayan calendar coincided with the LHC's monumental run. Could these two seemingly disparate events be linked? Was there a cosmic convergence that tore at the fabric of reality? The implications are staggering. What if the combined energy of these two events acted as a catalyst, puncturing the veil between dimensions? It's a thought that sends shivers down the spine. You may have heard of the Mandela effect. It's named after the late South African revolutionary and statesman Nelson Mandela. This phenomenon describes situations where a large group of people share a false memory of a past event. But it's not just Mandela. People also vividly recall events like the Monopoly man wearing a monocle, even though he never did, or misremembering the Berenstain Bears as the Berenstain Bears. Now, skeptics might write these off as simple memory lapses. But what if there's more to these shared false memories? What if they are fragments of alternate realities bleeding into our own? Think about it. If our reality shifted in 2012, these Mandela effects could be echoes of what once was. Moments from another timeline seeping into ours? It's like a broken record skipping offering glimpses of a different past. Could this explain why we have such strong convictions about things that never truly happened? Perhaps the truth lies in the spaces between our memories, in the moments we just can't quite grasp. The year is 2012. The Mayan calendar has just reached its purported end. At CERN, the Large Hadron Collider has reached new heights, smashing atoms and probing the depths of reality. Meanwhile, people around the world experience unsettling glitches, not in their electronics, but in their very memories. Suddenly, the news breaks. Scientists at CERN have stumbled upon something extraordinary, perhaps the most profound discovery in human history. They claim to have found evidence of a parallel universe. A universe eerily similar to ours, yet subtly different. Could this be the universe that was birthed in the collision at the LHC? Was it a universe that mirrored ours up until the point of divergence? If so, how did it evolve? What paths did it tread that set it apart? Or was it destined to forever remain a shadow of our world? You might be wondering, am I losing my mind? Are these just wild theories, or is there a grain of truth hidden beneath? When we talk about reality shifting, it's not just for dramatic effect. It's based on the idea that our perception of reality is fragile and can be altered by unseen forces. Think about it. Do we really know how our brains construct our everyday experiences? Our senses, our thoughts, our emotions, they all blend to create the world we know. But what if this process can be manipulated, nudging our reality just enough to throw us off balance? The implications are staggering. What if external entities or forces can influence our perceptions, guiding us through life without our knowledge? What if our choices, our very identities, are subtly steered in directions we never intended? It's a chilling thought that challenges the foundations of our existence. Some say that December 21st, 2012 was the day everything changed. The Mayan cycle ended. The LHC collided particles. Reality itself seemed to tremble. But was this day merely a blip on the cosmic radar? Or was it a pivotal moment in the grand scheme of existence? If you believe that our reality is layered, that there are threads connecting past, present, and future, then this day holds particular significance. It was the last time all the threads aligned, the final moment of perfect harmony before the cosmic fabric tore. Since then, the threads have stretched, contorted, and intertwined in ways we can't fathom. Our perception of reality has shifted, leaving us in a world that's slightly off-kilter. In this view, the world did end in 2012, not with a bang, but with a silent tear in the fabric of existence. Everything since then has been a struggle to regain equilibrium, a constant battle to keep the fragments of reality from slipping further apart. Let's take a moment to appreciate the magnitude of what we're discussing. If indeed reality changed in 2012, it means that the world as we know it ceased to exist. And what followed was a journey into the unknown, a trek through unfamiliar landscapes, both physical and metaphysical. This is not science fiction. This is a descent into the heart of possibility. It means questioning everything we've ever known, embracing the notion that the world we inhabit is but a fragment of something vaster and more complex. In the face of such a profound shift, our lives become more than just journeys through time. They become expeditions into the multiverse, explorations of realities that intertwine and diverge, creating a tapestry of infinite possibilities. It's a humbling thought, one that strips away our perceived importance and plunges us into the grand theater of existence. Remember that Shiva statue outside CERN, the one with the third eye? It's no mere ornament. It's a silent sentinel, a witness to the unraveling of reality. The world's most powerful machine recreates the Big Bang, and suddenly the statue takes on a deeper meaning. Its third eye peering into the abyss of existence, seeing what we cannot. Glimpsing the subtle shift that rippled through time and space. Look around you. Does the world seem a bit off, as if something is just out of sync? Do you experience moments of déjà vu, as if you've lived this moment before, even though you haven't? Do you sometimes feel disconnected from this world, as if you're merely observing it from a distance? If you do, you're not alone. Since the events of 2012, many have felt the shift, the subtle alteration in the very essence of our reality. It's a feeling of being out of place, of living in a world that's slightly off-kilter. Déjà vu becomes more than just a French phrase for already seen. It's a reminder of another reality, a world we once inhabited before the shift. These feelings aren't just figments of our imagination or quirks of our minds. They're echoes of a reality that's trying to reconnect with us. They're fragments of our past selves reaching through the veil, tugging at our memories, trying to remind us of what once was. Imagine a world where nothing is as it seems, where the past is rewritten, where familiar faces belong to different times and places. Picture a reality where streets have changed names.